door, and we're doing Wanderer Quest today because we need to catch up before I actually start doing more of Natlan. So, let's get started. Oh, like this.
Oh, what is she plotting this time? Well, let's open it and take a look.
Nope, I am not opening it and I am not taking a look. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Gosh. Right, hold on. Bum. And then that. Okay. Also, they made it so all the story quests are available now, aside from the part 2s. Wonder if any character in the future will get a part 3. Okay, so Natlan. There it is. Wait, that's bedtime story. Yeah. There you go. Sanctuary of Surastana. Okay, let's go.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay!
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself
Oh
in the
my
foot with your choice
gosh,
of
the
research
accent.
topic, didn't you? The Tataris Suna
It's
mystery.
like some guy
And so
trying to do a
much
Gordon
remains
Ramsay
unexplained.
accent.
There's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange location, the missing details. I want to write my essay on something interesting.
Yes, you came to me. So all the more reason to take my advice. The fact...
Okay.
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? But that's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone...
Imagine someone does a report about Rome, Paimon, and they live in, I don't know, Jamaica.
Much anything. Great. Let's go find out what this Tatarasuna...
Hey. Right. Did you just say Teyvat is round? Okay, so you're about 90% smarter than all those flat earthers.
Alright, I guess
Flat
I'll go with my
Tevatas.
textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. Ugh, if only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about him, this seems like the kind of thing he'd know about.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was still in Inazuma. This is my first time coming face to face with you,
Inazuma.
your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
So what?
Alright,
for the
Gordon
love
Ramsay.
Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kind of lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places.
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it.
I see. My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge.
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive? Or
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. But in the end, he threw it
in
into
the
fire
meantime,
to
while
destroy
these
it,
lot blab
and
on.
killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows.
Okay,
Apart
that
from
just
the
caught me off guard.
swordmaker, his
I'm
servant,
actually
and the one
replacing
who wrote
Aether
this
with
all down.
Sucrose in the
The
team.
records also mention a
Well, I'm gonna
kabuki-mono.
try to.
This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground.
So first this strange person goes missing.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then.
Stop shouting!
We all want to
This
talk.
part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the Government Records Office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the
Government
aforementioned
Records
individuals
Office
did,
is
in
nothing
fact,
compared to
live
the
in
cheese thing.
Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatara Suna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry.
Could
Wait,
it be?
so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishida
Yeah, I know
or
that one.
someone?
Wow, yes. You
Yeah, I
really know
did
your stuff.
Kazuha's.
That makes things...
Oh, that's why. That's why it wanted me to do Kazuha's story quest for this. Because it's talking about the Ishin blade.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall.
The Kaidahara clan.
Sawada, you left out the biggest...
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds.
Get to the point.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabuki-mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Wanderer.
Puppet?
A FNAF? Yep.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces,
Claire Paimon hopes she keeps her mouth shut up.
No, Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree. It does. But
Oh.
and please read my essay.
I'm not reading that.
Sawada
Very
was
good.
encouraging me to... Oh! How...
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Let's say that again, Paimon.
Akaba,
Like a novel.
look, your teacher has researched this extensively. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at any...
good point. Okay.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll...
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know.
Okay, bye. Bye, Gordon Ramsay and guy with very concerning stash.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all,
Yeah,
we
it's
kicked his
dangerous.
butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask
Yes.
Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic.
Aquabus.
There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Huh. Escape convict.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like the Balladeer. No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Are we sure it's him? What if it's just some illusion to get us to see Nahida and then he's kidnapped her or something? I know it isn't, but it's funnier to just imagine it that way. Oh gosh, Nahida isn't captured. Thank gosh. Howdy.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just saw the Balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or...
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal.
And he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure she has a way to deal
What
with
did you
him.
expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Okay, it's all that Paimon can think about.
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd
Knew it.
finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Yeah, of course Paimon would kill you.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all
Also,
to
in
please calm down?
that one Mona quest, he was more than willing to get ready to kill Traveler. So, lucky Mona saved us. In a limited time event I've only seen on YouTube.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
It's Paimon, not a people, a Paimon. Also, why do you have eyeshadow?
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
I know.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
The Balladeal?
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Dang! Doctor! You...
Sometimes
wow.
it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui. And also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events... well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my...
Oops, sorry.
I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed,
Okay.
I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly
Okay,
clear.
Paimon
Don't
has.
you? And they're your friends. So I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
Yeah, telling a god not to listen
Then
to
let's
someone.
put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate.
All right. Then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious?
Yes,
Yes.
I have my reasons
Howdy.
for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This
Hey.
is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was
Fair
granted the
enough.
power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked
Fair
the
enough.
Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
To be fair, we've treated him the exact same way.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns.
Dang, that's
As
depressing.
Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's
Thanks,
my pleasure,
Nahida.
really.
Paimon's still worried about this idea.
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Oh, don't say that. Paimon will think you actually
In
do.
fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Got it.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Alright, into Irminsul we go.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Yep.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
No floating red cubes from last time. I didn't
Look at
actually
that.
see it last time, but
Hot
I've
on
seen the
my
video.
heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Well, it's time for babysitting, Balladeer.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous.
Well, this rendezvous is more like a cuss at each other.
I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is unlike anywhere else. Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path.
Hiya.
All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Yep.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
Focus on the
We can
job.
start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Yep, let's go.
Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
Dang,
I've
that's
never
pretty.
seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Paimon, shush.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
It's like walkie-talkies, but without the walkie-talkies.
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go.
Over.
Stay close. Don't go running off.
Over.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Over. Over.
What are
Sorry,
you
I'm
smirking
joking.
at?
Oh,
I was just
okay,
imagining
I'm
the look
stopping.
on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Route. What's in this one?
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Location change. Looks like we're being transported to another path. We're gonna go right into the information packet, Balladeer, so...
It looks the same in every direction.
Space is indeed unusual, but it seems Balladeer is more used to it.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
We're
There's
here.
a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
Go into the cape, go into the cape. Yep, I'm in the cape.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Over. No,
Ready
okay,
when
I'll
you
stop.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Fair enough.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
So it's just a Discord call.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like...
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great. So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yeah, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for,
As I've
for
told you
others.
before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is this about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at Paris DI.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true.
Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of it.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination.
Fair enough.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gase got it right?
They guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation. Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
What's he found? A tree root.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement.
Shh. Just wait.
Shut up, Paimon.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk?
This.
We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's past.
Whoa!
I don't know why I made that noise.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, the forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma. And it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher.
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems?
I know who this cause
Worker
is
fatigue and
from.
casualties are up and recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my—
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put— I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death.
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like you... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
There's the knife.
A moment
Muso no
like
Hitotachi.
this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. But to my surprise, It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
If you kill me, there's no...
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person.
I know that voice.
Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself.
Oh.
Puppet, you're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity.
Hey.
I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Doctor.
Fatui? Who? What do you want?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its... My device functions precisely as you say. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa, he has nothing to prove to anyone.
Dang.
Because not everyone just wants to use other people.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human, Mr. Niwa? Already dead.
And there he
I've
is.
completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Dang.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore.
Oh gosh, he's going nuts.
Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic but why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so. But it means nothing.
Does it? But this, you know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
Dang.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwilling participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival.
Holy moly.
I'm sorry, but...
Holy moly.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Gosh.
Tottori, you brazen-faced...
Oh.
Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Unexpected, but still thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might...
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was her first destination when she arrived in this world. Plus, she only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your sister for a time. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is,
can we see him in
I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Hey, that's almost my name.
Count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
That smirk.
In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh, I know what he's done.
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand.
That's not a question. Ava looks ready to kill.
Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world...
Is it possible to change the
Done.
past?
Huh? What happened?
Nothing. I was just thanking him for helping me.
Oh.
so long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
And he's gone.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared.
How would you find him like this?
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now?
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities?
Where the heck did he go? It's all our fault.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Okay. Let's get out.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody... I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant?
Yeah.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like...
True.
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about... Ooh, Paimon's so confused. Huh?
Oh.
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul? Uh-oh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Wait, what? Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato, will that mean they'll disappear too? Oh.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't so... How about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake, and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple
King's
layered
favorite.
consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
Oh, I love that.
A balladeer? Is that a food?
Oh. That's a brilliant reaction.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something? So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
Just bring on the Gruta Lord Rukutavata, yeah. Gruta Lord.
Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay?
Alright, let's get over to Inazuma. Dang. Hey man, where are we gonna go? Down the rainforest, down through the chasm, over to the Adeptus area, over to the harbor. Go from here, and then we park up past Rito, and on there, everyone in here. Ah, my eyes. No. We going to Yoimiya shop? Nope.
We've made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. No. Now there's a question I wasn't the once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju.
He
The art of
hammered after
forging
every single
practiced by
one.
these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh yeah, we were. We learned a bit about the decline of the
That
Raiden
explains
Gokuden
why we
then,
needed
too.
Kazuha's story quest.
Seems like such a shame.
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, there is no harm in telling you. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives. Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty Shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death. Powerless and destitute, alas. If only the story could have ended there. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose.
anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just
Okay.
my pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit. On to the next step!
Oh, she's so sweet. The Yashiro Commission, aka Kamisato Estate.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters.
Traveler! It's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm
Oh,
afraid
Are
thank God.
they out on business?
the Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading
Hey.
in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is that... Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings. As for the commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever.
So pretty much business as usual in the Yashiro
Sorry if I'm being a bit
Commission, huh?
quiet, just
Very.
listening.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. I must say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since...
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next? Great!
To
Goodbye, man.
Tarasuna.
Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
All right, then.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now.
Very well. Safe travels.
Goodbye. Okay, to Tarasuna. Hey, my eyes. Feels like the first time I've actually used Kaching in like a year. Even though it hasn't been. Hey, there he is. Xavier.
Do I have company?
What kind of person comes to a place like this and just spaces out?
Hey, I wasn't spacing out.
Sure you were. Your eyes were glazed over, dude. You were a million miles away.
No, he was 10.
Why are you making fun of me? I told you I wasn't spacing out. I was ruminating on some problems.
Oh, he said to Tarasuna.
Oh, is there something you want to know about my name's Xavier?
Xavier.
Certainly
Not
do.
Xavier.
I've researched the furnace here in some
Dragging out
depth.
the A.
If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years... Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you? I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
And you're all going for Leeway.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna?
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up? Sure, go ahead.
Yep, just woke up.
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatara Suna is concerned.
Fair enough.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Ta-ta. Oh, chum.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Keep your smile, Spino Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for you.
Thanks. I shall be your Spino Crocodile, Paimon.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Let's go see Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's grab one for your wish, I think. Nope, no wish. Game, I am not doing all these story quests. Like, there's way too many. Okay, let me just... There.
And Shikaku? Why does she want to meet...
Yep. Ah! Feel like a gremlin seeing light for the first time. Well, in the, like, bright light. Bright light! Hey, it's Zamla.
Hey, it's them!
You done?
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are.
We have time.
It's the same topic we discussed last time.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh.
Okay, I'm not
Presume
reading
you'll
all
want to
this.
read mine as well.
The content has changed. Another effect of tampering with the information and so.
Well, what do you think?
Hey,
A masterpiece.
remember how last time Akaba was saying how you wish you could gather more information about...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow, so many new details.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh.
Animo clan.
So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information...
Yes, okay.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into...
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
And Shroud!
Sorry. Oh wait, I ain't done yet. Good job, Sucrose.
Absorption test.
You got him, Sucrose. Ah! Bang my back of my leg. Like I hit it. And it hurts. First I get blinded by light. Now I hit my leg.
We're here.
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Hi.
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up...
The Balladeer?
Oh no.
This sounds like some kind of code name.
Oh. Oh no.
You look troubled.
The record keeper.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
Among.
That's quite a story.
Okay, there's no us.
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul.
But how was he even able to?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to succeed...
So, you believe this person really existed?
Bye.
And we just don't remember him because... Well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically
World
speaking,
changer unlocked.
it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond to that.
Sorry.
That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten...
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations.
I can only
Like, what kind of guy calls himself a Balladeer?
Information we've been given.
Balladeer just sounds like a deer that dances.
Only you remember that.
Oh.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all,
Hi.
it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The Balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the Doctor's help. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for... It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
He got the life he wanted. Aside from those who died.
I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one.
Oh, it's not even a knowledge capsule.
I have a strange way of confirming.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Okay.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer or the Kabuki Mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that, but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us.
Alright.
There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monsters soon
Hey,
found
Scar,
solace when
meow.
another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree, who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you
I'm
can
sorry.
help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it.
Oh.
The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
Dang, poor Scar meow.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the balladeer story. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but...
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, and that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Mia's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat?
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
Sorry, the controller died. There. Alright, all sorted.
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while.
Yeah, let's just go.
For one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But
Alright, let's get out of here. And let's go get a snack. What's this one? Oh, it's bedtime story. I don't need bedtime story today. I'll do it another time. Yum, thievery. Lilu.
We're here! What should we eat first?
There's something I'm missing.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. What is it? Have you
I'm gonna erase themselves. Not even her.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Grey Lord Rukadvala.
Excuse me, boss. There
Oh,
seems
hey,
to be a
there he
small
is.
problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hello, Wanderer.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
I'm just saving that as an image.
You know him or something? He's who? He's who?
Sorry.
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't...
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take
Oh,
on
now I
an
need to
outsider
start
like
thinking
me.
about what to call him.
You're welcome, I guess.
On my main account, I called
But
him
I got bigger things to
Cyan.
worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsetias, and I promised
I
the
think
lady
you
down
can
the
tell
street
why.
I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And if you don't want money, you don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Some sort of weird wanderer. I don't know why. I just get the feeling that he's some wander.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Oh, how did I get that close?
I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A
You're a
puppet?
puppet.
What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, okay. But please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it.
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm. And he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Well, there go my sunset ears. Thanks, Paimon. Okay, let's just make some food. Okay, that'll do.
Don't blink. Hey!
Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Ba da 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 do da 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 do. Hi.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them.
Oh, you really went and picked some more.
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world. Like you had nowhere to be, and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why's this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why's he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't...
Have a life. I'm joking.
No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me.
Well, let's go. Ow, my eyes. Let's go, Kiboki Kimono. Or however you say your name. Ow, my eyes.
Speed of light.
Here comes the hard bit.
What's wrong? Huh? Are you...
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Thanks, Aether, for putting the heater on the spot and making it nervous.
Like a past life or something?
Paimon, you're not helping.
Yes, something far more distant than the past.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Troublesome.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight
Yes.
with you.
Wait.
Yes.
Incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street!
And you want him to be our enemy again and try and shoot you in the head? That's what I thought.
He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true.
Please, I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go
Well,
with
we're
him?
about to ruin this guy's
one's
life.
kind of on us for bringing him here.
Oh, hi.
Don't worry.
We're
Whatever
about to
danger I
cause some
might
great
face,
mental anguish.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Okay,
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation...
Understood.
Thank you.
Okay, but there's one thing I need to do. Gosh, there's a whole just region unexplored, huh? Okay, right, where was I? There, Gandalfaville. Ow, my eyes. And then just get everyone ready, and then we'll start.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Okay, we're good. Wait, hold on. Never mind. Also, I never said, but I actually pulled Sayu off stream. So, that was good. Well, it was ready to experience mental trauma. Because I'm sure these lot are.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? Not a scratch.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi, but Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after...
Okay, alright, let's just get the show on the road.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Well, once we're generous, give me Dendro sigils in a Zuma-shaped area. Also free food.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
Hey, Kabuki
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
How do I get in there? Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Don't blink.
Ah! That didn't go as wanted.
Hey!
There. Good job, Kaching. A Dendro portal.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born?
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's not.
Okay, I heard my mom and dad used to
Ciao.
make swords, but the factory manager died. He kept coughing all the time.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the Balladeer didn't know what to call him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. After leaving Tatarasuna, the Balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The
Hey!
Ah, my eyes.
What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, I didn't even get hit.
One with the forest.
Oh, dang, that
I
was
do
quick.
realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I
The gesture.
What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Let's cut to the chase. Don't blink.
Good job, Paper.
This is it.
Speed of light.
One with the forest.
After frying pan, into the fire.
Can't see?
Don't blink.
I hear everything.
Kill him.
Speed of light.
This is trouble.
One with the
Oh,
forest.
come on.
Well met.
Incoming.
No excuse for slacking.
Nowhere to hide.
You can't run. Well,
Speed of light. Hey!
Disappear.
go on. Give me a go.
Incoming.
Time to fulfill my duty.
Enshroud.
It isn't time for a break yet. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Speed of light. Scuba, get them. Incoming. Hey!
I see through you.
With sword.
Come on. Just die.
Speed of light.
I'll uproot you.
You uproot him, Tainari.
Looks like I only just begun. Went too far.
Where'd that come from? Oh, this place.
This
Bad
place is
memories,
dark.
huh?
Paimon knows this place.
In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer.
Such a creepy atmosphere.
Yeah.
Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
The Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
Hey,
I'm
Child.
merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you.
Hey, Wanderer, that girl's
don't
dead
get so
because of me.
sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Neither of you make it to the victory
Poor
feast.
little tongue? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come.
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
With sword comes shadow. The merrier.
Hey! So soon.
Can't see?
Speed of light.
Die. Oh, dang it.
Cut to the chase. Worked up.
And Shroud, I hear everything. With the wind!
Incoming. Speed of light.
No longer. One with the forest.
Thanks, Kacheng. Alright,
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
finally.
Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process.
Nothing worse than what I've been
We
through
brought you
before
down
then,
from the
Doctor.
inside out, Mr. Azar.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche.
The doctor again?
Scaramouche.
That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
Stupid sound effect. Boom, 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 boom. The worst offender of it is the Fortress of Maripede.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you...
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human race...
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Can you return my memories to me?
Oh.
But won't that mean you'll lose...
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions, are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me, but then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Person can't rates themselves, and even though the original Baldir is gone, this person will live in his place. As a person's sins are an inescapable part of their destiny too.
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Oh.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Oh, an existential crisis.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here?
It's...
You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is... my...
Is he alright?
And there's the Mecha God. Got him.
Hey! Are you done yet?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Well, Paimon's dead. Never mind.
Balladeer?
Die.
Hey. Sorry.
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Questions? People, you.
Hi. Welcome to the easiest boss fight.
Quick, follow. At my command, you shall fall. Insignificant pest! Swarm Fury. Nothing worth mentioning. Upon the gale.
Die.
You're dead!
I haven't had a proper chance to use him. Die. Okay, needs food. Have some. What?
The wind rises. My endless cycle begins! Squall and Fury. Gotcha!
Die.
With sword comes shadow.
Oh. Ah.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared.
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. Wait, but it was you inside that thing.
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least
Glad
I
he got
now
his
know the
vision.
truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Also, hi. Me, myself, but not I.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You didn't do anything.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, after learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of what you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Sorry.
Yes. And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information.
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Aside from looks, really.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again... Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way, Traveler. In the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma? So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed. Everything that you feel is real and lasting. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well.
Also,
even
Paimon
without
has
a
been
heart.
talking quite well.
You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida.
Okay, I know what I'm gonna name him.
For nothing.
Instead of Cyan, like I called him on my main account, I know what I'm gonna call him.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
Hooray.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
Why?
Because that much.
Okay, so she has a bull chucker, tone deaf bard, and I don't remember any others.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's
Time
first
one.
gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Well, I know what we're doing.
Have you got anything?
Yeah, I know. Okay. Done. Perfect. Turquoise.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, alright. If you say so.
Hello, Turquoise.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname?
Turquoise.
Are you done yet?
Still thinking.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean
Right,
the
senora.
Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, even though the events have been erased from the world...
I see.
Huh? But...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have... What's that look for? Don't make that face. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat?
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their... Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, all these expressions of joy, melted down in the furnace fire and turned into... Life is a story too long to be told. A journey that you must walk to behold.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes... Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? Like...
You sound lost, and I know why you are troubled.
Huh? Is there someone here
Unfortunately, when a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it's like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe.
Sorry, I wasn't talking for a while. Just a lot's going on.
And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary... Anyway, it feels wrong just leaving it there.
And we're done. Alright, we're gonna wrap the stream up. It's a wrap.